It's Dirty Story Night. This week, we have Dallas molesting mascots in our fast food month theme. Before we begin, I'd like you to please go to patreon.com/IABD. If you've enjoyed our programming at all, we'd appreciate if you donate. For just $5 a month, you get some cool bonus content. Higher tiers get you many other things. You may even get some videos of dirty stories here in the near future. So I'd recommend checking that out. We'd also like to thank our parent network, IABD Presents, which produces this podcast. There are podcast, written work, video series, and more at IABDpresents.com. I'd like to point out one of our newest members of the network, which is That One Sports Show. It is a podcast that releases several times a week about a variety of sports. Sports trivia, obscure sports, sports statistics. Really, it's a pretty geeky take of sports, so they fit right in. We really like them. So head on over to IABD Presents. You can also follow us on social media at IABD Presents. Now enjoy Dallas Molests Mascots.
Don't screw up.
That's the reason title. God damn it!
Yeah, seriously. Mine's titled, did you fucking hear that? Now, I do have to say, now this was actually written by Josephine Munchausen, but I'm going to be reading it.
Munchausen by proxy.
Oh!
Shut the Ronald stood up and flipped over, sweaty from having his McMuffin basted in tartar sauce. It's not gay if we're not gay, right? Yeah, the mascot from Jack in the Box said. He put his nose back into place, but can I have my hat back? Ronald pulled that one out of his ass, literally, with a slimy strand of discolored anal beads the size of disease-swollen testicles followed.
We've all been there.
You can't be funny all the time. Stop it.
Sorry.
This bitch. I can clean these if you want, Ronald said, embarrassed that this happened again, even though he cleaned up like really well. Feeling characteristically melancholy, he gazed out the window of the Taco Hut Pizza Bell, or whatever the fuck these frat boys were calling it these days, wishing that his meat vendor of choice didn't always insist on conducting their taste testings at this mutt of a restaurant. No one will ever think to look for us here, he said, not even trying to hide the fact that he preferred to keep their trysts on the DL. Jack's signature smile turned quickly to a frown, his small yellow hat tipping down in despair like a cock that had recently seen a hairy granny snatch. It's fine, he said. Corporate can clean them for me. Will they ask questions? Ronald asked. No, he demurely murmured. He took his nose and quickly whipped it at the ground, a quick loogie of mucus and other mascot fluids hitting the ground with a plop. Jack returned to his apartment where Frisch's big boy was waiting for him. Dramatic shift. What's wrong, honey? Big boy asked Jack. It's nothing, just a hard day at work, he says. He can't tell Big Boy about his affair with Ronald. Nothing would hurt him more than having Big Boy leave him if he found out the truth. I'm going to go to bed. Okay, I'll be in soon, he replied. As he lay asleep, Jack had dreams, though some might call them nightmares, about both Ronald and Big Boy. They were the kind of dreams that would only show up in a third-rate porno film about clone robot strippers, clown robot strippers, strippers of robots. Rather, he dreamt that he finally broke down to Big Boy and told him about his affair with Ronald. Big Boy simply responded, I know. I've known all along. These words fell heavy on Jack. He couldn't believe that Big Boy had known all along, but the worst part was yet to come. Big Boy then proceeded to show Jack a video that would scar him for the rest of his life. It was a video of Big Boy getting railed by Ronald's Big Mac. The things they did were far kinkier than anything Jack ever did with him, stuffing chicken nuggets up their assholes, using the burger grease as lube, using extra-sized french fries as double-ended dildos, which seemed kind of small, but whatever. Jack couldn't believe his eyes. He screamed himself awake. He awoke to find the bed empty. Where was Big Boy? He should have been there. He didn't understand. He started hyperventilating. Everything started to turn. He felt sick to his stomach. He was growing more paranoid by the second. Then suddenly, everything went black. I woke up to find myself at my desk. My desk at my job at the local office of a health inspector agency. There were reviews of 3 different restaurants that I had performed on my desk, and I quickly realized that everything was simply a dream, but what I didn't realize was I had also awoken my latent sexual fantasies. "Everything okay?" asked Jackie, my supervisor, coming into my office. Hey, "Yeah," I groggily muttered. "Yeah, I looked down in my hand, the curled-up burger wrapper in my hand, its contents redistributing in my hand as I clutched it tightly. "Actually, Jackie, would you mind taste testing something for me?" I asked. "Sure," said Jackie. The end.